everybody, welcome off the rack. I'm Sal.
I'm Tiffany.
And I'm Ben.
Today we're doing Guardians of the Galaxy number 19, an original Sin tie-in, long after the event is over, by Brian Michael Bendis and Ed McGuinness on art. This is the second part of, I guess, like a couple of parts to tell us the origin of how Star-Lord survived his battle with the Cancerverse, and what exactly happened to Richard Rider. We still don't have answers to either of those questions, but we do have a little bit of another step towards answers. For those of you who don't know what the hell's going on, what do you guys think overall of Guardians of the Galaxy number 19?
That was pretty fun. I liked the story. I loved the fact that they were stuck in a place where they couldn't die.
Yeah, that was cool.
I haven't read Guardians in a while, but I liked it because I thought it was connected to the last story I read.
Yeah.
So I was like, I picked it up pretty easily, so I had kind of a different view of it this time around.
I love Ed McGuinness' art. I thought it was really, really great for this issue, especially for the story, cementing it and connecting it with Dan Abnett's run on Guardians of the Galaxy. So
I will say I really liked the settings, and I liked the panel shots much more than I liked the actual characters. I wasn't a huge fan of how the characters looked in this, especially Drax. Maybe it's because it was old school Drax and not the newer Drax.
Yeah.
But like, even pushing that aside, at one point Drax smiles and he's like all buddy-buddy, and you're like, you're not Drax the Destroyer, who are you?
No, Drax can have those kinds of moments. Like, that didn't really throw me. Art-wise, like, there were a couple of like moments coloration I didn't like. I thought that the colors used the airbrush a little too heavily in some places. And the contrast is up a little bit much. But some of the coloring is fantastic. Like, anytime we're doing with the Cosmic Cube.
Oh, yeah.
That one was my favorite.
Yeah, like, I thought like this was great.
I really liked it. I thought it was really fun. Thoughts on the writing?
I actually thought it was inspiring. Like, I really liked this journey that you were going on where you didn't know what was happening, because the character is explaining the mystery of the experience the entire time to you. So you're not just, like, tossed in the middle with just dialogue and no exposition. You get some exposition and dialogue. It really helped.
Yeah.
For me, like, the first couple of pages, it took me a second to kind of get back into the Guardians of the Galaxy universe, and I was trying to figure out if it did connect to the last story that I had been involved with. But they did a really great job of taking you along. Like, if anyone picked this up as a first issue, getting into Guardians of the Galaxy, for some reason this was the first issue, I think it would do a pretty good job of just, there you go, putting you into the story and, like, trying to get a feel for the universe and how people talk and react to things.
Scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the worst comic ever, 10 being the best comic ever.
I give this book a 7 because it was fun to read. I really like a lot of the art, except for some of the faces, but it made me want to read more.
That's good.
Cool. I was gonna give it a 7, but then Ben gave it I was gonna give it a 7, but then as you were flipping through, like, I was reminded of the Revengers, so now we're getting an 8. Because I thought they looked great. I loved the costume redesigns. I thought that was really cool. So it's an 8.
Yeah, nice. I will also give it an 8, just because I thought it was a fun story. I thought it really... No, I'll give it a 7. Because, like, it was like...
Because someone ruined our perfect 10.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, okay?
I'm sure there's going to be some people who are going to complain that, like, Richard Rider still hasn't been avenged yet, because Richard Rider was Nova, and he's the only character who didn't make it out of the story.
But we're going to see what happens.
We will see what happens.
Yeah.
They're promising that.
And I don't mind the last page reveal, because every issue that Bendis ever does, if you ever notice, the last page is like a full page, oh my god moment. So I didn't mind this one so much.
By the way, you know what I also didn't mind this time?
What's that? Oh, Rocket
in the beginning of a Guardians of the Galaxy book.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Original Sin, Guardians of the Galaxy number 19 by Bendis and McGuinness.
It's Guardians of the Galaxy 19.
Guardians of the Galaxy 19. Pick it up if you want to know more about what happened to Richard Rider and how Star-Lord and Thanos and everybody escaped from the Cancerverse. It's really a fun read. And Drax.
Don't forget about Drax.
Yeah.
How he came back to life and joined our merry band again.
Exactly.
Nope.
It's a lot for once again.
No, like merry band, like, hello, Robin. Let's cross a bridge. Toes.
Click this annotation to see more episodes of Off the Rack. I'm Sal.
I'm Tiffany.
I'm Ben.
Yeah, you are. Later.